When your rabbit licks you, what's the first thing you think? Most people smile, maybe snap a photo and move on. But that tiny, quiet gesture, that little flick of their tongue against your hand, carries a weight most rabbit owners never fully understand. Because rabbits are not dogs. They don't bark to say, I love you. They don't wag a tail to say, I missed you. Their whole emotional world lives in silence. And licking, that's one of the loudest things they know how to say. Stay with me, because by the end of this, you'll never look at your rabbit's lick the same way again. And we'll also talk about what it means if your rabbit used to lick you and suddenly stopped. It's something every rabbit owner needs to hear. 1. It's their version of I love you. Let's start here, because this is the foundation of everything. In the wild, rabbits groom each other constantly. It's called allo-grooming, and it only happens between rabbits who deeply trust one another. A mother and her kits, bonded partners, members of the same warren. It is not casual. It is not random. Grooming in rabbit society is reserved for the ones who matter most. So when your rabbit licks your hand, your face, your arm, they are not treating you like a stranger. They are not even treating you like a pet owner. They are treating you like family. Think about what that means coming from a prey animal, a creature whose entire survival depends on reading the world around them for danger. A rabbit who is uncertain, scared, or merely tolerating you does not lick you. They freeze, they thump, they run. But a rabbit who licks you has made a conscious decision. This one is safe. This one is mine. This one deserves my care. That's not instinct. That's affection. 2. They're claiming you. Here's where it gets interesting and a little bit mind-blowing. Rabbits have scent glands under their chins. You've probably seen your rabbit rub their chin along furniture, toys, or the edges of their enclosure. That's called chinning, and it means this is mine. But licking serves a similar function in the social world. When your rabbit licks you, especially repeatedly in the same spot, they're doing something ancient and deeply intentional. They're weaving their scent into yours. They're marking you, not as territory, but as kin. In the wild, members of a bonded rabbit group smell like each other. It's how they know who belongs. It's how they signal safety without making a sound. When your rabbit licks your hand every single evening before settling next to you, they're performing that same ritual. They're saying, you smell like me. You're part of my world. You belong here. And here's something that might make you stop and think. If you come home smelling like another animal or somewhere unfamiliar, your rabbit may lick you more. Not out of jealousy, but out of urgency. They need to restore the shared scent. They need you to smell right again. That's not needy. That's devotion. If this is new information for you, hit subscribe. We break down rabbit behavior in ways most rabbit owners have never heard.
3. They're asking you to groom them back. This one surprises people. Licking is not always a one-way gift. In bonded rabbit pairs, grooming is a mutual exchange. One rabbit grooms the other and then waits. Because in rabbit language, grooming is a conversation, not a monologue. When your rabbit licks you and then sits very still, maybe pressing their head down slightly toward your hand, they're not just being calm, they're asking. Your turn. Rabbits have specific spots they can't easily groom themselves. The top of the head, between the ears, behind the neck. These are the places they most want groomed by someone they trust. And if your rabbit nudges your hand toward their forehead after licking you, that's the clearest possible request. Gently stroking those spots isn't just petting. To your rabbit, it's a full conversation. It says, I see you, I'm here, we're in this together. Rabbits who don't receive any reciprocal grooming from their bonded human can actually become less affectionate over time, not out of stubbornness, but because the relationship starts to feel one-sided to them. So next time your rabbit licks you, stroke between their ears. You're not just responding to cute behavior, you're speaking their language. 4. They can feel your emotions. and they're responding. Rabbits are extraordinarily sensitive animals. Their survival in the wild depended on reading the environment around them, every sound, every shift, every change in the air. And that sensitivity doesn't switch off indoors. Studies on rabbit behavior and human interaction have found that rabbits respond to emotional cues from their owners. Changes in body language, tone of voice, the way you breathe, the way you hold yourself. Your rabbit picks up on all of it. When you're upset, your rabbit senses it. When you're still and at peace, they feel that too. And here's what many rabbit owners have noticed without fully understanding why. When they're having a hard day, when they're anxious, sad, or quietly struggling, their rabbit licks them more, stays closer, presses against them. They're not performing comfort, they're offering it. The lick isn't random, it's a response to something they've picked up in you. This is also why rabbits who live in chaotic, stressful environments often stop being affectionate, not because they're unfriendly, but because their nervous system is overwhelmed and there's no bandwidth left for connection. A rabbit who licks you freely and often is also telling you something about themselves. They feel safe. They feel calm. Your presence doesn't trigger their survival instincts. It quiets them. That's a gift. 5. Where and when they lick you, it all means something different. Not all licks are equal. Pay attention to the details because your rabbit is being very specific. Licking your hands. Hands are the most common target because that's what interacts with them most. Hand licks are often the first signs of bonding, their trust being built one small moment at a time. Licking your face. This is a higher level gesture. Your face is unfamiliar territory to most animals. It's close to your eyes, your mouth, your scent. A rabbit who licks your face has moved past basic trust. That's deep comfort. Licking you right when you sit down. If your rabbit rushes over to lick you the moment you settle onto the floor, they've been waiting. They've tracked your movements. They knew you were coming. That's not coincidence. That's anticipation born from bond. Licking you while you sleep. Some rabbit owners wake up to find their free-roaming rabbit grooming their hair or hands. This is one of the most profound things a rabbit can do. When you're asleep, you're fully vulnerable, and they're still there, caring for you. That's unconditional. 6. It's not just emotional, it's biological. Here's something science is beginning to understand more deeply. The act of being licked or gently groomed by an animal you're bonded with has measurable effects on the human nervous system. Licks you, your cortisol levels can drop. Your heart rate slows slightly. The same neurological pathways that respond to human touch respond to this. And from your rabbit's side, grooming also releases calming neurochemicals. It's soothing for them too. So what looks like a simple moment, a small warm tongue against your skin, is actually two nervous systems syncing, two creatures regulating each other. Rabbit owners who spend even 15 minutes of deliberate, calm floor time with their rabbit, letting the rabbit approach, lick, explore, consistently report that the rabbits become more confident and affectionate over time. It builds on itself. Every lick strengthens the bond. Every moment of calm presence earns another. You're not just a food source to your rabbit. You're not just a habitat provider. You're their bonded companion. And the lick, it's the closest thing to a hug they know how to give. 7. When they suddenly stop, listen closely. Now, let's come back to what I mentioned at the beginning. What does it mean when a rabbit who used to lick you stops? This is the question most rabbit owners don't know to ask until it's already been happening for weeks. Rabbits are creatures of habit. When a behavior they've done consistently disappears, it's a signal, not a mood. Sometimes it's physical. Illness, dental pain, or discomfort can cause a rabbit to withdraw and become less interactive. If your rabbit has stopped licking, grooming themselves less, or seems quieter than usual, a vet visit is absolutely worth it. Rabbits hide pain instinctively. The absence of affection can be the first visible symptom. Sometimes it's environmental. A new animal in the home, a change in your routine, a different smell on your clothes. Something that seemed small to you may have shifted how safe your rabbit feels. They haven't stopped loving you. They've become uncertain. Sometimes it's relational. If a rabbit has been startled, scared, or handled in a way that felt threatening, they pull back. They need time, and they need you to rebuild the trust from the ground up. Slow blinks, floor time, no forced holding. Let them come to you. The key thing to understand is this. Your rabbit did not stop licking you because they're indifferent. Indifferent rabbits never start. A rabbit who stops was once deeply connected, and something shifted in their world. Pay attention, be patient, and create the conditions for safety again. Because that lick, when it comes back, will mean even more than it did before.